Hello guys, it's Grace.Filled, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about celebrating biblical feasts and faith in my homeschool. To all my new friends, hi and welcome. To all of my returning friends, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're here. Today's video is in collaboration with the beautiful and sweet Leilani over at Living with Ease. She is such a gem and she is a wealth of information on all these things. And I cannot wait to go watch her video because I know it will fill my cup and it will bless me. So I am in anticipation. Be sure when you're done watching this video that you head on over to her channel because believe you me, as soon as her video goes up, I think I want to be the first one to watch it because I want to learn more from her. The reason I put together this collaboration is because I want it to be known that it is okay if you don't know how to celebrate biblical feasts. If you've never heard of biblical feasts, it's okay if you have not figured it all out, and it's okay if you don't even know where to start. Talk about what is a biblical feast. The book that I am using that goes with my homeschool curriculum, which is faith-based, My Father's World. We are doing creation to the Greeks. So this year we have a very heavy emphasis on the Old Testament, where we can really see God's hands all throughout ancient history. And one of the books that we're using is by Martha Zinnemann, and it is the Celebrating Biblical Feast. And so 7 of the feasts that we're celebrating is the Sabbath. 6 days you shall rest, but remember the Sabbath and keep it holy, a day unto the Lord. There's also the Passover, the first fruits, the Pentecost, the trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles. So it's like, I've never even heard of that stuff. What is that stuff? And I just want you to know, like, you're not alone. Like, these are not holidays or holy days that people typically celebrate and are taught in our society. Honestly, we really celebrate a lot more pagan holidays than we realize, and then the things that are holy and set aside unto the Lord, and the things that He commands us to celebrate and to do, we don't do those. We don't celebrate those holidays, and they're kind of lost to us. So this video is if the Lord touches your heart in any capacity to have a different relationship with Him, you can begin to celebrate these special holy days, because you know, faith comes by hearing. And so maybe you didn't know about it before, but now you know about it, and you're like, hey Christy, you know what, I want to try to celebrate those holy days too that the Lord celebrated. Jesus celebrated those. I want to celebrate them too. Why am I celebrating or trying to learn more about and trying to celebrate till its fullest capacity these holidays? Well, because the Bible simply says so. These are holidays, or these are holy days that the Lord Himself, that Jesus celebrated while He was here on, the earth. He kept these feasts, and so should we. And so I feel like the more that I keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, the closer that I am in communion to Him, the more that I can feel Him, and the better my relationship can be with Him. Currently, the way that I incorporate faith into my homeschool is we typically do daily devotions. Again, we use a faith-based curriculum. And we attempt to use or to keep the Sabbath as much as possible. On Friday afternoon before sunset, I try to get all of my housework done, all of my chores done. I try to have something prepared. I try to have some worship music on, some candles going. I really try to set an atmosphere that's conducive for love, for peace, for joy, just a good atmosphere. And so that is what I try to do on my Sabbath. So if you're wondering, like, well, how do I know this is true? Like, you can go to Leviticus 23, and all throughout 23 you will find where it talks about the feast. So in verses 4 it talks about these are the feasts, in 27 these are the feasts, in 41 as a feast to the Lord, and 44 the feast of the Lord. So it's constantly talking about the feast, and that is a really good place to start if you have questions and if you want to know more about it and you don't want to buy Lisa's book. And the past, I've tried to celebrate the feast, and honestly, I've just had some hiccups. The Sabbath is easy, but the other ones are not so easy again because it's not my first nature, but that's no excuse for not doing what you know you ought to do. But this year, what I did, the tip to help me out and what could help you out too, was just writing the holy days down on calendars and planners so that you have it and so that you already know ahead of time what it is. So at the end of the day, all the biblical feasts are honestly to point us back to Him, to remember Him, to honor Him, to thank Him. Just a time to be grateful. We have so much to be thankful for, and it's really a day or weeks or time that we can just say how grateful we really truly are. A time where we can worship and fast and have good food and music and come together to pray and reflect and to repent and just really prepare our hearts for His coming, His arrival, for all the things that are yet to come, and just all the things that He is doing in our lives. So what are the 7 feasts? The Sabbath, the Passover, First Fruits, Pentecost, Trumpets, Day of Atonement, and Feast of Tabernacles. So again, if you don't know it, it's okay. I'm learning it. I'm learning it right along with you. I'm a lifelong learner right along with you, and I just want to commend you just for trying and even looking into what the holidays are and how to celebrate them. And if you have any advice or tips for me, I'm absolutely willing to share. Some people go a little more than others, right to the left or to the right. Some people are just right in the middle. Some people braid the bread and do special drinks. Some people have special goblets and special candles. Some people have simple candles. So how simple, how complex, I won't get into that because that is between you and the Lord. I don't think He's concerned with the candle. Now we're getting like legalistic. He's not concerned with what candle you're using and what type of brand of juice you're drinking. I think it's the posture of your heart. The heart that says, I want to know more of you. I want more of you. I desire to be closer to you. I desire a closer connection, a closer relationship. I desire to celebrate what you celebrate, that you did. That is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to follow after you. I'm trying to be a disciple, one of your disciples. I want to be one whom you can look down upon and say, that's my daughter. That's my son, with whom I'm well pleased. So anyway, I don't want to make this video super long and chatty. And we are actually out of state, so that's why you see me in my car. I've never filmed here before, but I wanted to get this video out there because sometimes it's hard to start just because you don't know where to start. And I think that if you just start by saying, if I'm going to take Fridays at sundown to Saturdays at sundown, just to have some worship time and just to spend a little more time with God and just focus on, you know, my family and on loving them and just silencing the noise of the world so we can just grow closer together as a family and closer with Christ. So anyway, make sure you check out Leilani's channel because I cannot wait to see what she has to share, all the knowledge, all the things. But just know that if you can't get it right the first, second, or third time, it's okay. Like, progression is better than nothing. And give yourself grace because it's not easy learning new things. So I'm excited to celebrate these days with you. If you have any tips or advice for me so that I can, you know, do and be more on my own faith walk and journey, let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I always say here on my channel, you can do a lot with a little. So until next time, blessings.